Hi, Kate and Zach. How are you?
Hi, we're doing great. How are you?
Hi. I'm so well. So I loved your scenes together. You could really feel the history between the characters, the chemistry, the intimacy. So for both of you, what do you like best about working with each other?
Ew.
Um, you? Okay, I'll take this question.
I have no chemistry with Zach, so I don't know how to help.
Uh, Kate was awesome. I had to do a chemistry read with her to get the part, and even then, when it's her job, she doesn't have to. She could phone it in if she wants or whatever. She was just so like present. Yeah, it makes such a difference when the actor you're working with is present and listening to you as opposed to, I don't want to say waiting for their line, but sometimes that's what we do. I mean, I've done it. I can be a jerk. Um, but Kate, like, just always felt like she was really listening to me, and it made it so much easier because those scenes are really kind of like opening your soul a little bit. And if it feels like someone's not listening to you, you don't really want to go there. And she's got these big eyes that are focused on you, and it just really feels like she's listening to you, and it just made every scene with her so easy.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. His authenticity, both on and off camera, makes him a very trustworthy person. And I would say, yeah, from that very first chemistry read, we both kind of clicked in right away and we're like, oh, okay, we can do this. Like, I can trust you. I'll go wherever, you're going to follow me. He can go wherever, I'll follow him, and it's safe. And
Yeah,
so,
and I think I want to piggyback on that because I do think, especially with those scenes too, if as a person you trust someone, and I think Kate is equally authentic, and like she can be very self-deprecating, but it's in a way like she's just being on. Like she lets you know her insecurities, and that makes you just feel more connected to someone. And she was someone who we had some scary stuff with, like my son being born. Everything's okay, it's perfectly healthy. But Kate was the person I reached out to be like, because I was away from my family, to be like, what can I say to my wife? What can I do? And so it was just in these scenes to have that sort of connection with someone that you trust with like real life things. It only helped to like be there in the scenes.
we also lucked out because just due to the pandemic and the style of shooting, the only person I could really talk to was Zach. And we were the first ones up. Like, we were alone in these green rooms together before we moved into the church, before we moved into the town. And we got along like a barn on fire. And so that, I think, really helped make us feel like there was a history. Are you making, tell me one of my
What is
metaphors.
it, the fucking 20s? We got on like a barn on fire. Is that
It's,
an expression?
it's an expression. Oh my God. Just because you're a millennial, don't come at me.
I'm older than you.
Sorry, this has gone off the rails.
Anyway, yeah, it was great working with her.
He's all right. Maybe next time it'll work.
So I don't want to spoil anything, but I did love the couch scene. I did love the rowboat scene. Tell me about some of your favorite memories from filming for both of you.
Oh, I could tell you. I feel like this is your favorite memory too.
Go,
So
go.
like the boat scene is like, it was the second day of shooting, and
Oh my God.
and it's this crazy scene, and like, but it's on a stage. It's not actually on the water. So first of all, I'm just rowing air and pretending. And you look around and you're like, and it's on like this cart, and it looked like the bad high school play where they like roll a boat onto the stage. Everyone's like, oh my God, look at they put the boat on the stage. That's so good for them. And then we're doing these like dramatic scenes, and you look over and there's this guy literally laying on the floor, and there's a pail of water with a light shining on it. He's just like touching it to make like the ripple effect of light. And you're like, wow, this is a big Netflix show. That guy and the high school play boat.
I think definitely that, and that combined with like the deep emotional work we were doing was very funny. But the one that I'll never, ever, ever stop loving is there's a big one shot at the beginning of episode 2 with the cats. And Henry Thomas is an extremely accomplished actor, and he has worked for a long time. So he doesn't have the terror that maybe some of us have, thinking if I mess up this scene, I'm going to run into the ocean. And so before the camera would land on him, he was dropping some of the dirtiest jokes and just like really, and I would be looking at Zach because Zach's about to walk towards me, and that whole group of men is just shaking with tension, trying not to laugh.
Not to laugh. I'll tell you what he said. He's like, a lot of dead pussy. Seems like a waste.
Or like,
there were times when I was a kid, I wish pussy would just wash up on this beach, but like, it was just terrible. You're just like,
so bad. And it would happen in the church, like anywhere you go. This man, you could not get away from Henry Thomas being the funniest human.
Oh, and the most offensive. Like his joke was like, wow, I'm gonna out him, but he'd be like, just trying to get canceled. I feel like the only way to save my career is if I get canceled.
No.
I'm gonna make a show. I'm gonna pivot as the talking points memo have told me to do. I don't know about that, but being uncanceled is something that also happens. I didn't get to the second part of the talking points memo. So
you read the talking points memo?
I did. I came prepared. I did the homework.
I do these interviews and then I'll go on like a 10-minute rant. And I'm like, I'm sorry. What was your question?
Yeah, we're not easy to interview. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
You're not going to be able to use any of this ever. Like I just talked about.
Dead
clearly,
pussy,
whatever. Anyway.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your art. Thank you for the show. I really appreciate it. Have an amazing day. Thank you.
You too.
Yeah.